25, still on his feet, 30. Down the far sideline, 50, 40, 30, 20. Boykin, touchdown, yes sir!
One thing is guaranteed, you always die alone, die alone.
We're a minute away from kickoff, so we'll throw it to the legendary voice. In the eye, this time we'll pass. Stafford right down the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's caught by Massaquoi. 50, 40. So long, everybody. Massaquoi, touchdown.
Octon in the pocket, sets up, going for the end zone. Can he get it? Yeah! Yeah!
Boykin looking for running room. He's got a convoy down the far sideline. 50, 40, 30, 20. Boykin, touchdown. Yes, sir.
On the 27, it's second down and 12. We go wild dog with Sony. Nauta goes in motion left, snap it to Michelle. He's running to the left, angling 25-20. Got a block from Brock. 50, 10, 5, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Dogs win it. We're headed to Atlanta.
Hello, Bulldog Nation.
No shot, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Nobody's gonna catch him. No shot, touchdown.
It all comes down to this.
We realize what's at stake. We can do something special here. We gotta embrace it.
One game for revenge.
They're ready to take the challenge on. We're gonna go out and put it all on the line.
For a place in the playoff. And a chance to bring the SEC title back to Athens.
And we want to be at our best when our best is needed, and it's certainly needed this week.
Everything matters.
We're ready to go.
Break to the end zone, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Oh my goodness. Williams, they were pulling on his jersey, and like Superman, he went up and got it. As we clobbered him, he lost the ball. We pick it up and run it into the inside for the pylon. Did he get it? You bet he did. Touchdown, Sony Michel.
Just a clinic there by the Georgia Bulldogs.
Sets up and throws deep. He's got
Godwin, touchdown.
Georgia.
What you come to Georgia for? What you playing for? Big games.
Auburn.
Greatest environment in college football is the SEC championship.
This is the SEC championship game.
The best in the SEC meet under the roof of the big new stadium here in Atlanta. 11-1 in 6th-ranked Georgia and 10-2 in 2nd-ranked Auburn clash in the 122nd meeting in their series, and for the first time in the conference championship game.
We've talked all week about two words: composure and physicality. It's a big part of this football game. It's what we didn't have last time. It's what we got to have this time.
If you live in 3rd and long against this Auburn defense with this great pass rush and front seven that Auburn has, it can be a long afternoon. We saw that happen. So be balanced, but be balanced early and try to get yourself into some 3rd and short situations. Then Jake Fromm has got to be on time today. He's got to get through his progression during his drop. So when he hits his drop, no more than one hitch and the football's out of his hands. You see him take 2 hitches, that pass rush is probably going to be there.
Georgia out of the locker room and onto the field. The Dogs, from our vantage point here, will be on the near sideline. And now the Western Division champion Auburn Tigers out of the tunnel to the far side. Little pyrotechnics for both teams, as the Tigers, the designated home team, will be in their home blue tops, white pants, white helmets. Georgia on the road as many players take a knee in this end zone to our right. They'll be in the white jerseys, the silver breeches, and the red helmets.
All right, captains. Auburn, blue is the home team today. Georgia and white are the visitors. The visitors will call the toss. Here's my coin. The SEC logo is heads. The side with the 6th jersey is tails. I'm going to flip it in the air, and I'm going to let it hit the ground. Captain, what do you call?
Heads.
Heads, he calls. Heads. And it is heads. Georgia, you want to
Defer.
You're going to defer your option.
All right, there you got it. Georgia's going to defer. Sony Michel with the right call. Scott, we've been waiting a long time, 5 years to be exact. Let me just tell you one thing. I'm going to try this one more time. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Let's get it on.
All right, tell it all, Brother Chuck. The stadium is packed, 75,000 plus perhaps. Boy, there is a ton of red in here, although some of the orange, from our viewpoint, maybe looks red, depending on the lighting and the shade. But a lot of Georgia folks here in the building today, Z.
Yeah, there's no question about it. We had a little bit of a head start, obviously, knowing that we were going to be in this football game, so maybe a little bit of an advantage. But you're right, an awful lot of red and black. The Bulldog Nation has showed up in force.
Both sides making noise as Blankenship gets this one underway with a long end-over-end sailing kick over the back line of the end zone for touchback number 56 of the season for Rodrigo Blankenship. It'll be Auburn's ball. 1st and 10 on their 25. Barnett, one of the other linemen. Play fake Stidham. He wants to throw. He's got time. Here comes Ledbetter chasing him out of the pocket left. He slings it downfield. It's caught. Just standing there at the 12, waiting on the ball to get there, was Chandler Cox, the H-back. He made the catch. We plow over him at the 10. It's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and goal for Auburn, depending on the spot of the ball. I think they're calling it goal to go. It's on the 10. That was a gain of 22. Quick snap, Stidham. He throws it left. It's caught by Slayton Lowe around his waist. He's trying to weave his way down the sideline. He's popped out of bounds near the 5. Auburn with 5 more yards. 2nd and goal from the Georgia 5. Tigers threatening on their first possession of the game. We're a little more than 4 minutes into the contest here in the SEC Championship.
Great close there by Roquan Smith. There was just a little bubble screen to the outside.
Dogs 6. We push him back a yard on that play. The Dogs substitute. Stidham back in at quarterback. Johnson offset to his left, over his left shoulder. Man in motion is Hastings. Play fake Stidham. He throws it. A strike into the end zone. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Nate Craig Myers caught it in the middle of the end zone. And Auburn on the board first.
Just an inside slant from the slot position. And the play action held Roquan Smith in the middle just enough. And then we gave up inside leverage. And it was an easy pitch and catch because there was nobody underneath in the throwing lane due to that play action.
Jarrett Stidham, the best completion percentage in the Southeastern Conference at almost 69%. 4 for 4 on that drive, throwing the football. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25. Georgia with the ball for the first time. We line up in the I with Holyfield and Chubb. Toss it to Nick. Running to his left to the 25-30. Big hole, 35. They just get a piece of his ankle. The middle linebacker did.
And go around against these guys. We can get to the edge like that, boy. We can make some hay.
Dogs. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, and I think we call time.
Out of the half, Georgia.
Dogs couldn't get the play they wanted to run. They call for time. 9:21 to go, first quarter. Auburn 7, Georgia nothing. SEC championship. Now Michel's in the backfield. Lone setback. We slide the tight end in motion left. We run a toss sweep to Sony. He fumbled the ball, and fortunately it's going to bounce out of bounds on the Georgia sideline right around the line of scrimmage. He just bobbled the snap, and fortunately it had the momentum to go towards the Georgia sideline and get out of bounds in a hurry.
He was just trying to get that ball shifted into his arms. He had some running room. Another toss sweep out of a bunch formation. Auburn went single safety again there, but we had some running room. He just couldn't secure the football.
2nd and 10, same spot on the field, our 38-yard line. Fromm in the shotgun. Going to drop back, throw it to Sony Michel, who wasn't looking. Threw it in the left flat. No, that's Swift, DeAndre Swift, the freshman. Fromm threw it, and the ball just sailed right behind his back because Swift was running a route different from what Fromm thought he was going to run, and he was running up the sideline.
Yeah, so the mix-up there is Fromm thought that he was running a flat route, and Swift was actually on a wheel route and took that upfield, so we threw it. All the coaches talking to Swift right now, so I think the bust was on him. We slid protection there to our right tackle, Thomas. Fromm, plenty of time to throw the football, got it out of his hands, just a mix-up.
3rd and 10 from the 38 for Georgia. Fromm moves to his right, throws it on a line. Caught Miko Hardman, far side of the field at the Auburn 47-yard line and out of bounds there. A terrific throw, Z, by Fromm on a line.
Yeah, indeed it was. We had a takeoff route on the outside to clear the man-to-man. And then a deep out route by Hardman, and great job up front in protection. And Jake Fromm, who got a little bit antsy last time we played Auburn, that time just calmly moved in the pocket, and as soon as Hardman went to make his break, that ball was in the air.
15 yards, first down, presented by Scana Energy. Dogs in Tiger territory at the Auburn 47. 1st and 10, just north of the SEC logo in the middle of the field. Play fake from, here comes pressure. They're going to sack him back on our 45. Trey Matthews, the free safety, came in and wrapped down our freshman quarterback. Fromm goes down for a loss back at the 45. That's a loss of 8.
Boy, that was play action there, 7-step drop. That play takes a long time to develop. That's where we got into trouble against Auburn last week. Protection, or 3 weeks ago, protection immediately broke down there. Now we're in 2nd and forever.
They had 4 sacks in their win in Auburn last month. That's the first of the game by the Tigers. Now it's 2nd and 17. They spot the ball back on our 46-yard line. Snap to Fromm. We're going to run it with Sony. Bounces out to the left, looking for the corner. Contact at the 50, lowered his shoulder. They stretched it out to the sideline. Javaris Davis and Jamel Dean, a couple of defensive backs for the Tigers, running Sony into the Georgia bench. Just shy of midfield. They'll call it the 49-yard line. Maybe he got 3 on that. It's going to be 3rd and long now. 3rd down, 13. 7-0 Auburn. First quarter, 7:29. Clock moving here in the opening period.
Yeah, just difficult place to live in. 2nd, 3rd and long. 3rd and long in a row. Looks like Auburn right now, too deep shell. Trying to get to us with 4.
Fromm to throw. On the hash, going to be sacked again, clobbered back there. Protection broke down on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Dontavius Russell, a junior from Carrollton, Georgia, clobbered the quarterback Fromm. Another loss on the play, and it's 4th down and forever. Ball back on the 44-yard line. That was a loss of 5. 2 sacks at the end of that series for the Dogs, and we have to kick it away.
Auburn and Georgia each go 3 and out on their ensuing possessions. When this classic college game continues, we'll pick up the action for the start of the 2nd quarter. The Dogs trail the Tigers 7-0 in the 2017 SEC Championship.
3-yard line, so the game was much more than that. The game was about 6.5, almost 7 yards.
Yeah, that play initially designed to go inside. Lorenzo Carter got hooked on the outside. Martin able to find that and see that, break that to his left, got on the corner and had some clear running room.
2nd down, 3. Martin this time, handoff from Stidham, runs straight ahead right behind a couple of those big linemen. And he plows his way inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. 5 more yards. Julian Rochester, the nose man, makes the stop. Sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, but Auburn on the move again. And again on this possession, a key play was the offsetting penalties. Georgia was hitting Stidham, driving him into the turf, and as he was throwing the ball, he threw it to an offensive lineman. And then we were flagged for, was it a personal foul or unsportsmanlike on Jonathan Ledbetter, which appeared to us anyway to be a bogus call. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Inside the Georgia 20, they hand it off. Cam Martin breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, down inside the 15 to the 14. Roquan Smith, another stop for the Georgia linebacker.
Yeah, just another read option here, and really the run-pass options that Auburn is running almost on every single play. Stidham reading the defensive backs. If he's got an area, an opportunity to throw the football, pulls it out of the belly. If not, handing that football off. And Auburn right now has got us on skates.
The gain was 4. Stidham pump fake from the 14. He's moving to his left, flings it into the end zone and out of the left corner of the end zone, actually, just throwing it away. And now a receiver and a defensive back mixing it up. Ryan Davis and DeAndre Baker getting tangled up down there. That's Stidham's first incomplete pass. He had made or had completed all 8 of his previous attempts, so he's 8 for 9 now. It's 3rd down for the Tigers. 3rd and 6 from the Georgia 14. They lead 7-0. We're early here in the 2nd quarter.
Auburn right now trying to spread us out. They've got trips to the right, one receiver spread to the left.
Stidham and Kerryon Johnson in the backfield. Motion man comes left. That's Davis. Stidham claps his hands, gets the ball. He's got time. Here comes backside pressure. The ball is out. Bellamy sacked him. The ball came loose. There's a big pile at the 15-yard line. Davin Bellamy sacked him from the backside, stripped the ball. It squirted forward to the 15, and Georgia has the football. A defensive stop at the 15.
How about that, Dogs? That's a way to step up after the terrible call. The Dogs able to go find Everything they've got in them. Davin Bellamy able to get around the outside. Stidham never saw him and came and just karate chopped the ball out.
Roquan Smith came out of the pile with a loose football. Given to Savage shoulder pads on the sideline. 1st and 10 for the Dogs going the other way.
That's a 4 tackle for loss for the Dogs so far in this first half, and a huge momentum play. And see now if this offense can get something rolling. If we do, the Benz is going to erupt.
Dogs have the ball on our own 16-yard line. Moving to our right. Get up to the line. Go quickly. Hand it off. Chubb looking for space as he runs right. He's breaking tackles. He's still breaking tackles all the way up to the 30. My goodness gracious. Nick Chubb just shredding arm tackles as he ran right up the near hash all the way across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Georgia. Here's another toss to Chubb. He runs into blockers in the backfield. He changes directions at the 32, and he'll go down there. Derek Brown made the stop for Auburn. No gain on the play.
Sorry, Scott. Toss sweep. We went right back to it again on that second toss sweep. Jeb Blazevich got beat right off the bat. That's what stopped the momentum of that play. But the Dogs have found some success here, getting to the edge and running on the perimeter.
2nd and 10 from our 32. Sony's in the ball game now. 3 receivers in tight to the right. Fromm wants to throw. He comes this way to Godwin. They're all over him right when he catches the ball at the 34. Carlton Davis drags him down on the tackle up high around his shoulder pads. Ball at the 34. The gain is 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8 to go for the Dogs.
Just quick passing game there for the Dogs. No gain on that play, but I love the timing from Jake Fromm. 1, 2, 3, ball's out of his hands. That's what you've got to do against this Auburn defensive pass rush.
3rd down and 8 for Georgia. Ball's on our own 34-yard line. Gilliard up over the ball. Fromm in the shotgun. Snap. Fromm looking to his left. Looking. Here comes pressure. Throws it wide. Caught by Miko Hardman. 1st down, Georgia. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line on the far side of the field. Miko chased and sliding out of bounds there, but he got a big 1st down presented by Scana Energy.
Same exact play that we ran on our last 3rd down conversion. Takeoff on the outside. Miko with a deep out route. Give the offensive line credit there. That play took a while to develop. And Jake had all the time in the world to let it develop and deliver a strike.
13 yards on the play. 1st and 10 from our 47. Fake the handoff to Michelle. He pulls it out. He's got a man open down the middle. That is Hardman. He broke a tackle at the 30. Tackled at the 18-yard line. Miko Hardman with some jet speed between the hash marks. Down to the 19. They pull it back now. 1st and 10 Dogs on the Auburn 19. That 1st down brought to you by Scana Energy. Dogs 1st and 10. Threatening to score for the first time. Quick snap, handoff. Sony Michel gets low, drives down to the 16 and a half.
Great run there by Sony Michel. Not a huge pickup. Had a couple of Auburn defenders, and he just stuck his head down and split them both.
Tigers have a player injured, Marlon Davidson, a defensive line.
Account information insured by NCUA, Georgia United, the official credit union of Georgia Athletics.
Back here in the Northside Hospital booth, Dogs 2nd down and 7 to go from the Tigers 16. Auburn leads it 7-0. We're in the 2nd quarter. Play fake Fromm with time to throw. He slings it into the end zone. Double coverage and a flag on Javon Wims. They push Javon. Flag should be on Auburn for interference. Davis and Roberts, as Wims went up in double coverage by the Tigers, flags came out.
Penalty includes an automatic 1st down.
Interference on Auburn. It'll be 1st and goal for the Dogs. Interference in the end zone. They put the ball on the 2. Goal to go for the Dogs there. Auburn substitutes defensively. Dogs taking their time. Play clock hasn't started yet. It's still sitting there at 25 seconds. Now they put the ball in play, and Fromm jumps back into the huddle.
And all I can say is finally we get that call against Auburn. But actually on that one, Jake missed Terry Godwin on a crossing route. He was about to break free.
3 tight ends in the formation, I formation. with Holyfield and Michelle. We fake it and the sweep and throw it into the end zone to the tight end, Isaac Nauta. Touchdown under the goalpost. Nauta pumping his fist to the Georgia fans behind the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Great play call right there by Coach Chaney. Break the tall sweep, and it was tremendous ball handling by Jake Fromm. Can't do that any better. And we released 2 tight ends, Isaac Nauta, and then I believe it was Jeb Blazevich on the backside. Both ran wide open. It's actually Jackson Harris, I'm sorry, on the backside.
Point after try by Rodrigo Blankenship to tie the ball game. There's the snap and the hold. The kick is in the air, and it is good, and we are tied at 7. That touchdown sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Touchdown catch by Nauta, his 2nd of the year. The touchdown throw by Fromm, his 20th of the season. New ball game, Georgia 7. Auburn 7. SEC Championship 2nd quarter. Now here are the Tigers. 1st and 10 at the 25. Quick throw to their top receiver, Ryan Davis, out in the right flat. He catches it there, trying to dance his way upfield. Going to be hit after a 3-yard. Here's Auburn now, 2nd down and 7. Stidham hands it off to Johnson. Oh, we hit him back behind the line of scrimmage and drive him back to the 15. DeAndre Walker, first contact with another lost yardage play for the Georgia defense. They drove Johnson all the way back to the 15, but they give him forward progress at the 24-yard line, so Z is still going to be a loss of 4 yards.
Tremendous spin move there by Walker. Had the offensive tackle on him, a spin move. The tackle never even knew where he went, didn't lay a hand on him. Immediately into the backfield and almost took the handoff out of Stidham's hands.
Chandler Cox, the only back in the backfield for the Tigers. Stidham on 3rd down and 10. From just shy of their own 25. Drops back, sets up, being forced out of the pocket. Rolling right, just slinging it into the Auburn bench to get rid of it. He was pursued by who else? Roquan Smith. Montezuma's revenge, chasing him all the way back inside the 5. And Stidham just had to unload that football. 4th and 10 for the Tigers, and they'll send on the punt unit.
Guess what, boys? We get you in 3rd and 10. We got a pretty good pass rush, too. Dogs brought linebacker dogs there as Roquan Smith and Natrez Patrick both in hot pursuit there, forcing that football out. Walter Grant in there as well.
Aiden Marshall on to punt for Auburn. He straddles the 10-yard line. There's the snap. Mecole Hardman, the deep receiver, trying to angle it to the right. Mecole moving to his left, lets the ball bounce on the 32. It's going to check up and die right there on the artificial turf with all those rubber pellets. It just ate up the bounce on the ball. It just died right there on the 32-yard line. 45-yard punt and no return. Dogs ball when we come back. Georgia 7, Auburn. Fromm in the shotgun, and he's going to give it to Sony Michel. He bounces out left with a blocker from the tight end. He cuts in at the sideline at the 44 and gets more yards out of it all the way to the 50. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting Michel out of bounds and on the ground at the 50-yard line. A gain of 18 to the far side of the field.
Dogs attacking the edges with this running game right now.
They go quick with tempo. Fromm, oh, nice catch in Auburn territory, coming out of bounds on this side. Terry Godwin, he really had to stretch and reach for it, got his fingertips wrapped around the ball and brought in the leather at the 46 of the Tigers. It's a 4-yard pickup and out of bounds on the near sideline. So the gain is 4, 2nd down and 6 at the Auburn 46-yard line. What is that? 7 straight in a that's 7 in a row now. Completed passes for Jake Fromm.
Yeah, 7 straight, and love the play call again there. We said we needed to throw on 1st and 2nd down. Quick passing game, pick up a quick 4 yards.
Fromm will lateral it to the left to Sony Michel. He'll shake it, make it, break it, tackle 45-40, 35-30, trying to get ahead of the pack. Oh, they grab him around the 19, and he's down to the 14 and a half. Trey Matthews chased down the senior from Plantation who was headed for the house. They got him at the 14-yard line. Dogs up and ready to go again.
A design swing pass for the Dogs. Jake Fromm didn't look anywhere else. We've been running sweeps, handing off for sweeps, pitch sweeps. That one just a swing pass, same exact concept. Let me get on the edges and let me see if you can tackle my talent.
32 yards and a 1st down. 1st and 10, George at the 14. Chubb's in. We throw it to him in the right flat. Chubb to the 15, to the 10, wrestling out of bounds at the 5, maybe the 4, maybe even the 3.5. Yeah, down almost to the 3. Trey Matthews with another tackle. Chubb taking a rare pass out of the backfield. Got it inside the 5. It's goal to go for the Dogs at the Auburn 3.
Great throw there by Jake Fromm. It looks simple, but it's really not. You've got a funny angle that you're trying to throw that swing pass on, and Jake hits Chubb right in stride.
11 yards on the pickup. Handed off. Chubb looking for space with the pile. They move to the goal line. No, they're going to mark him down shy of the goal line between the hash marks. We tried to push the pile to break the plane. Didn't quite get there. Nick took it down to about the 1 foot line.
Great push there initially by Kendall Baker and Isaiah Wynn, but then Andrew Thomas curled all the way around from the right tackle to give that a push.
Give it to Chubb. Fromm tried to pull it out of his belly and keep it. Chubb took it from him, and Auburn just eats us up back at the 3.5.
Boy, not what you want to see right there. Just lost the battle at the line of scrimmage, and we're fortunate we didn't put that one on the ground, as you're right. Jake Fromm tried to rip that one away and keep it himself.
I think Jake saw that onslaught coming and tried to keep it. Chubb just yanked it out of his hands, and by that time there were too many blue shirts in the backfield. They spot the ball just shy of the 2, not as far back as I thought, but it's goal to go, 3rd down and goal from just outside the Auburn 2 in a 7-7 ball game. Dogs will put Sony Michel in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. We bring the tight end Nauta in motion across the formation to the left. Fromm's going to roll the pocket left. Wide open. Godwin. Touchdown. He turned around, caught it on the 1, and got into the end zone inside the pylon. Well, wait a minute. Let's check a flag in the end zone.
We ran a big play, and they're going to catch us for it. It's going to be a good call if that's what it was.
There's a flag a yard deep in the end zone as Godwin caught the pass and scored on the far corner.
Pass interference. Offense and the outside receiver blocking down during a forward pass. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Wow, 15-yarder back in the other direction. Oh, that stings.
Yeah, but it was a good call. We ran a little pick play on the outside. I'm not sure who it was on the outside. Was it Wims? Oh, boy, I'll tell you, I'm looking at it again. It looked like he got blocked into him.
The fouling player was number 6 of the offense.
Let me tell you,
he was lifted up off the ground.
We just looked at that on replay. That is not a good call. In real time, it looked like it was, but there he was just running a slant, and he got pushed into it. That's not a good call. That's another miss by the Stripes.
And now it's 3rd and goal. The ball back outside the Auburn 17-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. We're going to run it straight up the gut is that Sony back in the ball game? Sony Michel runs it hard between the hash marks and gets it back to the 10. We just took our shots there and positioned ourselves for a field goal to try to take the lead. Sony got 7 yards or so straight up the middle, and the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal is the 10-yard line for the Dogs. Another costly penalty that didn't go in our favor, and Georgia will have to settle for 3, hopefully here. Rodrigo Blankenship to try what will be a 27-yard field goal between the hash marks, kicking to the right. Nizelek to hold. Fricks is the snapper for the lead. The placement, the kick into the net, and it is good. 27 yards on the kick by Rodrigo Blankenship, who is now 14 of 16 on the year, better than 80%.
Georgia goes ahead 10-7 in the 2017 SEC Championship game. It'll be Auburn ball when this classic college game returns.
Fairway. Chubb. Flea flicker. Back to Fromm. They come on him, and Fromm will just sling it over the Georgia bench. They had a guy sacking Fromm back at the 25-yard line as Fromm was throwing it. Georgia folks wanted some they wanted a flag is what they wanted. They didn't get anything, and Fromm just had to get rid of it. That flea flicker. Now, the 2 times we've run it against Auburn just has not worked.
Yeah, and I want to know why that's not a flag on Auburn after we got called on one. That ball was clearly let go. He gets picked up and driven into the turf as well. A no call by Auburn. It's unbelievable.
2nd down and 10 for the Dogs. 38-yard line is our line of scrimmage on our own 38. Here's DeAndre Swift in the backfield now for the Dogs. Shotgun snap to Fromm. Throws it out to Swift, caught at the 40 near sideline. Tries to get away from the linebacker Davis, but Deshaun Davis will make the tackle, but the gain is up to the 43 maybe when they spot it on the hash. Yeah, 43-yard line. And that's a 5-yard pickup for the Dogs. It's 3rd down and 5.
Good quick read. We talked about coming into this football game that Jake Fromm's got to get through his progression while he's in his drop. And when he hits his last step on his drop, that ball's got to be coming out. Swift there was his 3rd progression. in that play. So just a check down, but the timing critical and very good.
Sony Michel back in. Fromm to throw. And he will fire. It's caught near the 47-yard line on the far hash by Terry Godwin. And we'll see. The first down may depend on the spot. Where will they put the ball down? From where they've spotted it, it doesn't look like it's a first down from the way we look at it here in the Northside Hospital booth. It is fourth down and about a yard.
Yeah, Terry just ran a little spot route. He's got to get beyond the sticks there. He didn't do it. He got to the sticks and came back to the ball just a little bit. Dogs now may look like we're going for it here on fourth and short. What a huge play if we go for it.
Ball's just shy of our 48-yard line. The play clock down to 0, and Georgia will call a time.
Is that the runner was stopped short of the line to gain, bringing up fourth down. This play is now under video review.
Stands on his 34-yard line. Stephen Roberts to receive the punt. Georgia will kick it away. Long, high, hanging kick. Roberts runs away. It bounces on the 4 and into the end zone quickly. Touchback, only the third of the season by Cam Nizelek, as the ball landed on the floor 4 and just shot into the end zone. So Auburn will have the ball on the touchback at their own 20. Timeout here in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, so far he hasn't really been too effective. Only about 2 yards per rush. He stays in the ball game. Off to Stidham's left. Shotgun snap. Stidham moving around in the pocket. Will run. Throws on the run. Caught by Davis at the 31. Davis to the far sideline. Breaks 2 tackles across the 50 into Georgia territory on the far sideline as Georgia's defense ran past Davis on one play. They overran the tackle attempt, and Davis, with his quick speed and starting and stopping ability, gets a big first down.
And I have no idea how there wasn't a holding penalty on Lorenzo Carter. He was getting pulled from behind by the jersey.
Auburn up and ready to go. They pitch it to Carrion, running to the right side. He got by the defense, tightrope the sideline, and then Wared out of bounds inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Carrion Johnson down to the 27. That's a gain of 20.
Really just an option look right there as Stidham and Johnson went together down the line of scrimmage, and then Stidham pitches it to Johnson at the last second. And he finds a seam to run in. The Tigers are rolling at the moment.
Ball comes back to the 32, a 15-yard pickup for Auburn. They'll have Johnson staying in the backfield. Also Ryan Davis lined up in the backfield. Officials are holding up the snap. Now Auburn sends 3 receivers out to the left. Tigers moving quickly. Stidham drops back. He's got time. He's looking left. He throws it wide open at the 25 as Davis gives a man a head fake, and then Baker, I think, came up and made the stop with J.R. Reed at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 13 yards. Another first down for the Tigers. They're up and ready to go again. They're moving on the Georgia 19-yard line, moving far down to the left end of the stadium here. Handoff, Carrion Johnson. He sidesteps left and then jump stops to the right and tries to find a little crease. And he'll work the ball down to the 15-yard line. Roquan Smith, the linebacker, with another tackle for the Dogs.
So
it's a
much
4-yard gain. Excuse me, Zeke.
Yeah, so much patient in how they set this run up. Almost delayed in the handoff. And then Johnson, very patient once he gets it as well, and just does such a great job of finding those extra 2 or 3 yards after contact.
Dogs up by 3, but that lead is in jeopardy. Auburn's on the Georgia 15-yard line. Second down. And about 6 yards to go. Stidham, play fake, looks left. He's got all kinds of time. Going to sling it out of the back of the end zone. Nobody open, so he got rid of it. Almost threw it in the tunnel down deep in the left corner.
Great coverage there by the Dogs. We were in a 2-deep look there. Did not bring pressure. So good play call for the attempted play action pass there by Auburn. Had all kinds of guys back in coverage and had our linebackers running man-to-man with any underneath routes.
Looking at the replay too there, Auburn getting away with another hold on David Marshall, and he complained about it after they let him go. Third down and 6 to go for the Tigers. They're on the Georgia 15-yard line, trailing 10-7. Stidham, the quarterback. Johnson, the running back. Offset to Stidham's left. They want the ball. Play clock at 2. At 1, they snap it. Here comes a blitz from the edge. Stidham gets out of the pocket, runs straight ahead to the 14 is where we catch him. Trenton Thompson, the junior defensive tackle from Albany, Georgia, grabbing him and pulling him down. Lorenzo Carter is a guy that came straight up. Carter on a delayed blitz from his outside linebacking spot. He was in coverage and came charging in. And Auburn's going to have to try a field goal here. The gain was about 1 on 4th down and 5. They'll send on Daniel Carlson to try to tie the ball game. From the near hash, kicking to the left. Looks to be about a 32-yard effort here. Long snap count. There's the snap. It's high. They get it down and we block it. We blocked it. Catch it in the air. Here we go. Near sideline. Dominic Sanders caught the batted ball. We blocked the kick and saved the lead. Dogs ball. Sanders runs it out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Boy, and the Georgia bench just erupted right there. What a great play. Another huge momentum play. Is that kick from Carlson almost automatic when he does it below, and we're able to get a hand up and bat it up in the air.
They're killing Daquan Hawkins-Muckle. Apparently, he blocked the kick. Dogs still lead it 10-7. Timeout. 8:13 to go, third quarter. Here, Dogs lead it 10-7. Getting late here in the third quarter. Fromm with all kinds of time picks his target. Finds Godwin open at the 40, near sideline. Twisting his way, still upright. They're trying to strip the ball out and down across the 50. What fight! And Terry Godwin, the junior from Hogansville, got it into Auburn territory at the 49-yard line. A 31-yard gain. And the last 8 or so just came 1-on-7 with Godwin fighting blue shirts to get extra yards.
It did a great job holding on to that football too, as Auburn was relentlessly trying to take it out. Whistle just never blew, but it was a flat corner combination. Auburn in cover 2. The cornerback came up on Swift on the flat route that left the corner route wide open. Fromm saw it in time, threw it in time. Great job.
That's another Scana Energy first down. Play fake Fromm. He wanted to go deep. He dumps it off to his safety foul. Mecole Hardman off to his right, and Mecole turns it into positive yards. He wanted to go deep after the play fake. He kind of turned and hit the ball and held on to it. Auburn didn't bite. He goes to Hardman off to his right, and Mecole will be pushed out of bounds around the 43 of the Tigers. A 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4 for the Dogs.
Good decision there by Jake. I think he thought about running the football as well, but when you get to choose between yourself that runs probably a 4.7 40 and Mecole, who's the fastest guy on the field, give it to him every time.
3 receivers left for Georgia. The Dogs are moving to the right end zone here at the stadium. Shotgun snap to Fromm. Handed off to Chubb. He breaks the tackle, bounces out. Another shred. Chubb to the 30, to the 25. They drag him down there. How did he get away? They should have had him back at the 40. And Chubb just driving his legs, kicking them high, and just left Auburn tacklers in his wake all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Read option there, and Chubb absolutely had no business getting that kind of gain out of that. Auburn stuffed it up. He was able to pop it outside, break one tackle, and just started running through people. Big blocks by Isaiah Wynn and Ben Cleveland. And then also Mecole Hardman and Javon Wims down the field with some good blocks as well.
19 yards and a Scana Energy first down for Nick Chubb. 1st and 10. Dogs on the Auburn 24. Swift has checked into the ball game in the backfield. Fromm will give it to DeAndre. Spins off one tackler. He won't get away from the second. They hit him at the 23 and knock him down there. Deshaun Davis, the leading tackler for this Auburn defense, makes another stop. It'll be 2nd down, about 8.5 for the Dogs on the 23 of Auburn. Let's check in with Chuck on the sidelines. Cook's Pest Control report. Chuck?
Well, I've been told Sony Michel has a left knee injury. He is out of the game for now. That's all they're telling me. But he has put his helmet down, and he is standing up on the sideline.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much. 2nd down and 8. Dogs driving, leading 10-7 late here in the third quarter. 2:20, clock moving. Fromm in the shotgun. Swift in the backfield. He'll protect. Fromm will throw off the hand of the intended target. Javon Wims coming in on a slant from the left. Pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Dogs from the Auburn 22.5.
Auburn brought the house right there, man-to-man on the outside. We had slants on, so a good play. You're going to get that off regardless of what defensive look you get. Just good coverage there by Auburn. A very, very tight window to throw that football into.
3 receivers to the near side for the Dogs. One of them is the tight end Nauta. Hardman and Godwin are the others. Wims to the left. Swift remains in the backfield. Fromm in the shotgun. Now they send Swift out to the near side. We'll throw it to him. Swift with blockers. Swift to the 20. They upend him at the 18-yard line. short of the first down. DeAndre Swift had 3 blockers over here, but Auburn fought through them. They fought through Nauta and Godwin and Hardman, and Swift only able to get to about the 17.5, a 5-yard pickup on that swing pass to the right side, and Georgia will trot out the field goal unit and Rodrigo Blankenship for his second attempt of the game.
I like the play call, though. Try to attack the edge. You've had a lot of success with it. Just some good individual effort there by Auburn to make the stop on Swift, but a good positive gain and shorten the field goal try a little bit.
35-yard try, near hash, kicking right. The snap, the hold, the kick is in the air, sailing towards the goalpost. Good! Blankenship with his second field goal of the game, and that puts 3 more on Georgia's side and makes it Georgia 13, Auburn 7. Back on defense for Georgia. Auburn's ball, 1st and 10 on its own 22-yard line. The new score is now 13-7, Georgia by 6. Stidham in the backfield, play fake to Johnson. Will throw it left to Davis. He's caught from behind by David Marshall, the lineman. Dragged down at the 30, the 31-yard line. But a quick 9-yard pickup for the Auburn offense.
It's just too easy there for Auburn. The Dogs were man-to-man, but wait, Auburn in trips formation. We were up pressed on the outside 2 guys, but then way off in the inside slot receiver in that trips formation. He just did a little curl route to the inside. It was a screen pass essentially, and Auburn gets a big offensive lineman out there to pick up our safety.
Auburn moving to our left here in the stadium. Less than a minute to go. Stidham wants to go deep on near sideline, and a little hand fighting down deep around the 25. The pass is incomplete. DeAndre Baker for Georgia. Darius Slayton was the deep target for the Auburn Tigers. The pass was incomplete. That'll stop the clock at 41 seconds here in the third. And Auburn will be facing a 3rd down and about 1.5 yards from just across their own 30-yard line.
2nd and short, ideal time to take a chance and throw one downfield. Good coverage there by Baker, though. Really no place for Stidham to put that football, and he did what he should do. Just give yourself maybe a chance. If not, that ball's incomplete.
They jump into that crescent huddle and then hand it off to Kerryon Johnson, and he gets the 1st down easily. He went low and shoulder pad and helmet contact, running straight up the field to the 35. It's a gain of 4. And it's an Auburn 1st down.
Boy, Reggie Carter jumped into that play. His eyes got caught by the fake jet sweep that was just there as a decoy after the play and ran away from the ball carrier.
17 seconds, now less than that in the quarter. Auburn may let the time expire. We'll see. Just 10 seconds to go. They run a lineman off. They had Prince Tega Wanogo was in the ball game with an extra lineman on that last play. Play clock's at 5. Game clock's at 2. And they'll snap it, I guess. They let it go. As the quarter expires, Stidham runs out of the pocket to the 35, to the 40, veers the other direction. We cut him low, take his legs out at the 45, and he flies to the 47-yard line. And that's how the third quarter will end, with a scrambling gain by Jarrett Stidham, the Auburn quarterback. Up to the 47-yard line, a 12-yard pickup, and a 1st down for the Tigers. We go to the 4th quarter. The lights come on here in the seats from the Georgia fans. It's time to put 4 fingers in the air and get ready for the last 15 minutes. Georgia leads Auburn in the SEC Championship 13-7 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Got it 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. They've got that 6 offensive lineman formation happening again here on this play. Stidham with Kerryon behind him. Will hand it to Johnson. Johnson looks for Holy fumble the football. The ball is out. Roquan's going to pick it up. Roquan's picked it up in Auburn territory. They'll tackle him at the 38. Johnson got stripped. The ball came bouncing out. The All-American linebacker picked it up in front of the Auburn bench and returned it down to the 38. It's the Dogs' ball going the other way.
That man has been absolutely everywhere, and you wonder here if the shoulder injury by Kerryon got him. I think that was just a good play there. Who got in to get him? Julian Rochester got in there and stripped the football from him, just popped it right out. Lorenzo Carter was in on that play too, grabbing his arm. Julian Rochester stripping it away. And then Roquan Smith, the man who was everywhere, there to scoop that one up.
They met him about 5 yards deep onto the field with the savage shoulder pads, and Roquan has indeed been savage today. Dogs ball. Now you got to take advantage. 39-yard line of Auburn, 1st and 10, Georgia. Dogs lead it 13-7, and a chance to jack it up a little bit more. Long way to go, though. Most of the 4th quarter. We're just 11 seconds deep into the final period. Dogs on the Auburn 39, 1st and 10. Chubb's in the game. Fromm will hand it to Chubb. No, he'll keep it. Fromm breaks the tackle in the backfield. Fromm 35-30, 25-20, angling to the near side. He didn't quite get to the 20. Jake Fromm, that play's worked every time this season. First down, Georgia.
Boy, unbelievable. Everybody went with Nick Chubb. And then Jake Fromm pulling it out of the belly makes one guy miss that was in a potential there to get him, and then a ton of green grass. A good job by Jake holding on to that football, getting what he could get, and then getting to the turf.
Ball inside the Auburn 23. That's a Scana Energy first down for Jake Fromm. Dogs break the huddle up to the line. They toss it on a reverse to the near side. Mecole Hardman trying to find some room, runs out of space on the near sideline, and he's got two blue shirts shoving him out of bounds, and here come flags flying.
Attaboy. Clearly hit out of bounds. The Georgia bench erupted, and then we finally got the flag. Finally get one going our way.
They forced him out of bounds around the 17 or 18.
Personal foul. They hit out of bounds on the defense. Penalties from half the distance to the goal line for man on the run. With an automatic first down.
Should be goal to go for the Dogs. Half the distance would put it on around the 9-yard line. 8 or 9, and it'll be inside the Auburn 10 for the Dogs offensive unit. 14:08 in the fourth quarter. Georgia leading 13-7, and now we'll work inside the Auburn 10.
Nifty little play there from the Dogs. We've run that pitch sweep so successful today. This time a little wrinkle off of it as Mecole comes in motion and takes the pitch on the reverse. Auburn actually played it pretty well, but you like the thought.
First and goal on the Auburn 8. Unbalanced line right. Swift in the backfield, lone setback. Power formation for Georgia. Give it to DeAndre. He breaks out right, running behind the unbalanced portion of the line, but not a lot of space there as he runs into those big, beefy linemen. Derek Brown, Russell Holland, all of those guys on the right side. And speaking of Holland, see, we haven't heard a whole lot from him today.
No, we've done a good job, really, of getting additional people into the blocking scheme, sliding pressure to him as well, really minimized him to some extent. And a big part of it is how quick Jake Fromm's getting the football out of his hands.
Georgia trying to take advantage of a second fumble recovery by Roquan Smith today. Second and goal for Georgia from the 7 of Auburn. Fromm under center, drops back to throw to the left. He's got a man. Touchdown! Touchdown! Terry Godwin, left corner, just inside the pylon.
We had one-on-one on the outside, just a fade stop.
Flag, Z. Flag on the far side at the line of scrimmage. Hang on. Georgia's clapping. It might be
Offside.
Auburn.
Lined up in the neutral zone. Number 91 in the defense. The penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
The Benz erupts with that news. There hasn't been a lot of that coming out of that guy's microphone today. Dogs 19-7. And Georgia will apparently go for 2 here. Jake Fromm, talking to one of the officials, says he wants the ball on the 3. They will go for 2 to try to make it a 21-7 lead. That Georgia touchdown sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Dogs take the ball out of the middle. Don't get it all the way to the left hash. About in between the middle of the field and the left hash right now is where we've got the football.
I formation. Now we shift out of that. Overload the left side. 4 guys on the left side. 1 on the right. We go empty. Fromm drops back. He wants to throw it to the right. 1-on-1. We get it. We got it, yeah! Terry Godwin beat his man one-on-one. Javaris Davis for Auburn couldn't hang with the junior from Hogansville. The 2-point conversion is good. It's Georgia 21, Auburn 7. SEC championship fourth quarter.
Well, after that touchdown, the defense lined up on the sideline here. Coach Smart, Coach Scherer, Coach Tucker all over. And you know what the message was? Defense, keep chopping that wood. Keep chopping that wood.
They've been chopping all day and into the night now here in the Northside Hospital booth. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, along with Eric Zier, Scott Howard. Georgia leading now 21-7 in the fourth quarter in the SEC championship. Auburn will run it straight ahead with Cam Martin knocking over his own blockers to get by them up to the 30 or close to it. John Atkins, who's been hobbled a little bit for Georgia today, made the stop. They'll put the ball down on the 29. It's a 4-yard gain for the Tigers running attack. Second down and 6 to go for Auburn.
And that mentality about keep chopping wood, you just can't change anything that you're doing. Way too much time left in this football game. You've got to stay on the attack.
Dogs substitute 3 fresh players in the ball game. They shift, Auburn does, their H-back from left to right. They play fake and throw out of the range of the intended target, Eli Stove, as Stidham just kind of threw it awkwardly off one foot. He didn't really position his body to throw in that direction. He just kind of play faked and threw it to the right, and it was incomplete.
I think we kind of confused him. That's a run-pass option, so he's got the ability there to hand the football to carry on or throw it out like a little bubble screen on the outside. I think we confused him because we had 3 dogs in the vicinity to make that play, even if it's caught.
3rd down 6, Auburn from their own 29-yard line. Stidham in the shotgun. Johnson is in the backfield with him. Here comes pressure by Georgia. Roquan's trying to fight off a block. Stidham's moving in the pocket. He'll throw it, and it's short. They tried to grab it with one hand. Craig Nate Myers at the 45 couldn't get down low enough to get it. Incomplete. 4th down. We had good defensive pressure, and that gave Stidham happy feet in the Auburn pocket.
So far, they have not had an answer for the dual linebacker blitz to both A-gaps. It has given Auburn problems all night long. Gave him problems there again as Stidham had to move around. He had a man open, just couldn't set his feet to deliver it.
4th down 6 for the Tigers. Ball's on their 29. We run a man late onto the punt coverage unit. Trenton Thompson, Miko Hardman, the deep receiver. He stands on Georgia's 27. Here's Marshall, the freshman, punting it away. High, not real deep. Wobbly, going to come down and bounce out of bounds on the far sideline. It hit out of bounds around the 38. Mark excited about something on the sideline. Wanted the time. Clock stops with 10:46 to go in the game. Georgia leading Auburn SEC championship here in the 4th quarter, 21-7. We move Godwin in motion from left to right out of the shotgun. Give it to Fromm. He's going to hand it off to Swift. Swift's got running room. Swift by the defense. 40, 30. They won't catch him. Go Swift into the end zone. Touchdown! The freshman just ran it back to Philadelphia.
Swift got into the open field just off tackle to the left side of the Georgia offensive line, and he turned it into kicked it into a second gear. Nobody from Auburn even close to coming near him.
64 yards on the touchdown for Georgia. It's 27-7. Wow. Extra point try from Blankenship on the way. Well, so much for a long, grinded out drive.
I would have liked that, but I like that one better.
We'll take it. Oh, man. The extra point is up, and it is good. Blankenship remains perfect. It's 28-7. It's a 3-touchdown lead now for Georgia. 10:34 remains in this ball game, but Swift's run electric and ignited the Georgia crowd here, at least temporarily. And now the defense out to try to finish the deal here.
And it started an orange and blue exodus as well. As you look across Mercedes-Benz, across the stadium here, you can see all the seats occupied by Auburn fans really starting to thin out right now. So the Dog Nation is owning the stadium.
Stidham to throw with time, and will sail it into the end zone. His receiver around the 38-yard line, Darius Slayton from Norcross, way over his head, as Stidham had plenty of time to throw. Didn't have a lot of immediate pressure bearing down on him, but didn't have anywhere really to go with the football, so he sent it into the Auburn bench. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, and Auburn now in a spot down 21 points where really they've got to get away from their standard offense and start throwing the football almost primarily here.
Malik Miller is the back in the backfield. Stidham, the quarterback, back in the shotgun. He will throw. Pass is batted at the line of scrimmage. Coming across the line, we got a hand on the ball, and it just fluttered incomplete. He was trying to go to Malik Miller. It's Davin Bellamy, one of our senior backers, had deflected the ball. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Boy, Stidham was trying to go just to a comeback route on the outside. DeAndre Baker had it read perfectly and was going to pick that one off, pick 6 if it didn't get deflected.
Tigers on 3rd down, 4 of 11 today. Snap to Stidham from the 25 on 3rd and 10. Again, he's got time. He will throw. Almost picked off. Wow, what a play by Tyreek McGee. Just came right around his man, Ryan Davis, and batted it away with his right arm and his right hand. Incomplete. Tigers go 3 and out. It's 4th down for Auburn.
Ryan Davis was just on a curl route there. Stidham had to get across his progression there and got to him late. And you're right, Tyreek McGee, great break on the football, able to get his hand over the top of Davis and bat that one away.
Mecole Hardman was out to receive the punt. Now he comes off, and they put Godwin back in there. And Aiden Marshall will kick it away on 4th and 10 from the 25. Godwin creeps up a little bit to the 32. Here's the kick, a high sailing punt. Terry calls for a fair catch and makes it easy grab around the chest at the 28-yard line.
Having already gotten some help from an Auburn penalty on a 4th down, the Dogs offense was presented with another 4th and short, leading 28-7 down the stretch in the 4th quarter of this classic college game.
Dogs 4th and 1. Holyfield bouncing out to the right, twisting and spinning away from a tackler and getting the first down on 4th and less than a yard.
That's our number 4 or 5 back, by the way, that just did that and put that move.
I like that.
On the Auburn Tigers.
1st and 10 Georgia, ball on the Tiger 23. Let's jam it in one more time just for good measure. Clock under 5 minutes, 4:45 and moving. Second half yardage totals heavily in favor of Georgia, 249 to 109. Georgia to Auburn there. Thank you, Jay Black. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Georgia taking its time as the Auburn crowd has thinned out here in downtown Atlanta. Fake the sweep, hand it off to Holyfield. He's hit, he bounces back, he keeps his feet. Now he's to the turf at the 28. Jumped on by Derek Brown, a couple other linemen. He bounced off the first attempt. They hit him pretty hard and knocked him back a couple of steps. And Holyfield kept his feet, but then had 2 or 3 300-pounders jump on top of him, and down he went at the 25-yard line. Clock continues to move. Under 4 minutes now. Georgia 28, Auburn 7.
Everything on this drive, as you would imagine, on the ground and just chewing up precious minutes. And this Dog faithful and contingency here that is now pretty much owning the bends, ready to erupt.
Quick sprint to the line of scrimmage. Toss sweep Harrion. Auburn stretching it out. Bryan looking for room on this near sideline. Not really there. Back at the 25, Auburn with an injured player. Harrion run out of bounds on the near sideline around the 23-yard line or so. Derek Brown is the injured player for Auburn. Defensive tackle, sophomore from just up Interstate 85 in Sugar Hill, Georgia. Auburn's training personnel checking on their injured player. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for the Dogs. The ball will be on the 22 of Auburn for Georgia when time comes back in. There's 3:33 remaining in the ball game. And the officials have stopped the game for the injury timeout situation, so the Dogs will huddle on the near sideline. Auburn kind of scattered about. They're not really huddling around anybody, Z, which looks kind of weird. Georgia's huddling up around coaches, but Auburn's defense is just kind of scattered on their side of the ball over there.
Yeah, it's the Dogs have done it all year long to people, really break their will and break their spirit. When you look at the two teams right now, that's kind of what you see.
This is what, play 13 of the possession. Unbalanced line left. Holyfield in the backfield. Lone setback. Fromm under center. Takes the snap. Holyfield gets the ball. Runs straight into the middle. Spinning. Getting away from one man. But then Javaris Davis, the cornerback, up to capture him on the edge around the 18-yard line. And he picks up about 3 on the play to the 19. It'll be 4th down there. 4th and 5 for the Dogs. Clock continuing to move. 2:28, 2:27. That's how much time remains before Georgia will earn a championship ring. It's 28-7, leading Auburn. On the Tiger 19. Now the officials blow the whistle, and they're having a bit of a discussion between the Auburn offense and the the Auburn defense and the Georgia offense at the line of scrimmage. The umpire in the middle of those two groups, looking like a boxing referee, explaining the rules, having to tell these guys to behave, I'm guessing. Yep. Fromm under center. Here's Holyfield in the backfield. On 4th down and 5. Fromm to throw. Right corner of the end zone. Wibbs makes the catch. edge. He made then he got it stripped. Oh, my goodness. Back shoulder throw. Javon spun around. He had it in his grasp, and it was stripped away on the 4th down throw to the end zone. Jamel Dean, I'm guessing, was the guy that got a hand on it. We'll look at a replay here. In the far corner of the end zone. Boy, he had it. He was juggling it as he's falling back into the end zone, and Dean had enough in there. He had his arm in there across Wims' chest and was able to rake it out incomplete. That was a touchdown, but Wims unable to hang on. It's Auburn's ball with 2:07 to go in the game.
Boy, how sweet would that have been? Just one more punch in the face to this Auburn team.
So the Tigers back with their offense, back at the 18-yard line. Stidham to throw, nothing downfield. He'll run to his left, still running at the 20, outside the numbers towards the sideline, and Baker chases him out of bounds there. No contact as Stidham trots out of bounds into the edge of the Auburn bench on the far side of the field at the 23-yard line. I think he got about 5 on the play. And 1:57 remaining, clock moving.
Dogs right now in a prevent defense. They're going to rush 3. They're going to be in coverage the rest of the way. Just keep the football in front of them.
Stidham looks right, goes back to his left, a screen to Slayton. Slayton makes the catch. We wrestle him up high around the shoulder pads and neck, DeAndre Baker, and slings him out of bounds in front of the Auburn players on the far side of the field at the 32-yard line. That's a first down for the Tigers, a gain of 9. So Auburn still moving. 102 seconds remaining in the contest, 28-7 Georgia. Stidham takes the snap, drops back. We've got 4 rushing. He throws it. It's caught inside the Auburn 40. We've got Richard LeCounte in there. It's going to make the tackle on Malik Miller, redshirt freshman back from Huntsville. Made the grab and out of bounds on the tackle by Richard LeCounte at the 43-yard line. That's 11 more as Auburn moves up closer to midfield. 1:33 on the clock. 32. Now, hang on a second. Referees, do they drop a flag or just kill the clock?
I think the whistle's blue.
I don't see a flag. I did hear the whistle, certainly. They replaced the ball. They've spotted it on the 43-yard line.
With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:33. 1:33.
Well, Georgia fans get an extra second to enjoy what will be an SEC championship victory. 1:33 remaining, 28-7. Georgia is in front of Auburn here in the title game of the Southeastern Conference. Stidham's back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side for Auburn. They move to our right here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium with time to throw out of the pocket. A wobbler comes out of the hands of Jarrett Stidham. I don't think we got a hand on that. That was just an ugly throw that sailed into the Auburn bench, incomplete.
No, but Dogs changed up there. Stayed in cover 2, but this time brought 4. So got out of the 2-cloud look that we were running as Auburn has completed a couple passes here. That time we rush 4 and we get pressure on Stidham and forced him to throw that football a little bit sooner than he wanted.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Clock at 1:28, sitting there here in the 4th quarter. Auburn's on their own 43-yard line. Stidham with Miller in the backfield. Drops back, 3-step drop, looking. Here comes pressure. DeAndre Walker going to wrap him up and sack him. And a little twist tie on top. Back at the 30.
Boy, credit that right there to the coverage of the Georgia secondary. Nowhere for Stidham to go with the football. And finally, the protection breaks down.
Sack back at the 32-yard line. 3rd sack, 7th tackle for loss by this Georgia defense. Outstanding performance. Less than 60 seconds to go. It's going to be like New Year's Eve here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the Georgia fans in less than 60 seconds. Here comes Ledbetter chasing after Stidham. He curls around and runs the other way to his left and then slings it into the Auburn bench again. Out of bounds, incomplete. It's 4th and 21. 44 seconds to go as the clock is stopped. Ledbetter almost had Stidham, but he had a nice spin move to the outside edge and ran to his left and then just threw it into the Tiger bench.
And the Bulldog Nation ready to erupt here. 44 seconds left, and they're standing on their feet. Every Bulldog fan in this stadium up.
First conference championship in 12 years. 2005, the last time DJ Shockley was the quarterback. The last time the Dogs celebrated a title. Just a few feet behind us to our north in the Georgia Dome, which is now in rubble. There's a throw to Miller. He drops it out of his hands. He was wide open at the 40. He dropped it on 4th down and forever. It's the Dogs' ball with 38 seconds to go. Over on downs to Georgia, back at the 25 of the Tigers.
I'm not sure how many people would have thought this game would have turned out like this, coming off of what happened 3 weeks ago. We all knew it would be closer today, and then the way that the first quarter unraveled and played out looked like it was going to be a battle all the way, but the one fumble turned this football game around, and the Dogs now celebrating as Kirby Smart just gets drenched
They
in
just
Powerade.
iced him. They iced him up, and they're celebrating on the sideline. Georgia's got the ball. Ball's on the 32. I said 25 earlier, but it's on the 32. Georgia will need one snap and then count it off. And it'll be SEC championship number 13 in Georgia history. They're dancing on the sidelines for the Bulldogs. There's ice scattered all around the 48, 49-yard line. The Dogs take the snap. Fromm will take the intentional loss, and that's it. Last play of the SEC championship. Dominated in the second half by the Dogs. They run away from Auburn and win it by a final of 28-7. And it doesn't matter. What smells sweeter, roses or sugar?
They both smell pretty sweet to me.
That's where the Dogs will be headed. One of those destinations. Georgia is your 2017 SEC champion here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The Dogs have defeated Auburn in the 122nd meeting of these two teams in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. The confetti will fly. They're moving stages into place on the field for the post-game awards ceremony. The Dogs are winners today, 28-7. What a scene here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta.
You've been listening to Classic College Games on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This Classic College Game has been presented by Napa Auto Parts. With quality parts and know-how, Napa Auto Parts stores, auto care centers, and Napa Online are here to help. Georgia football is an exclusive presentation of Learfield, IMG College, and JMI Sports.
I saw you yesterday before you went away. Remember when, never thinking it would end. Blue skies.
Thompson drops back in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and it's picked up by the Dogs, coming this way.
Although we knew, we chose not to know, not to know. And it's okay, the skies may cry, but I'll be holding on. The skies may cry, now the race is run, all the chaos and all the wars. When all is said and done, I couldn't ask for more.
Still looking, throws it into the end zone, and touchdown! Touchdown, A.J. Green, back right corner of the end zone.